Okay, so we are going to create the GL master. GL master can be created two segment levels. Okay, one is chart of account level with the T code FSP0 and company code level. Okay, so now let's look into FSP0. So with the chart of account level, I think it got logged out. Wait a minute. Let me log in again. See, first, let us understand like why do we need to create a GL master? Okay, so the SAP F5 we are implementing for the finance department of any client who want to maintain their financial transaction SAP software. Right, for example, if the end user want to post a rent entry, so rent account data to bank. Now to post this entry during your schooling or college, you used to just mention rent account data to bank. But in SAP, you no longer do like this. Instead, we have a GL numbers for each. For example, your account group you mentioned is a 4 series, then you'll create one GL account, the 4 lakh, and the bank you mentioned series of 2 series, then you mention the 2 lakh. So you're going to mention like this 4 lakh debit and 2 lakh credit, right? Either you can mention like this debit while posting entry, or with the posting key, you can mention 40 means debit and 50 means credit. So this is how we can post the accounting entry in SAP. Here, let me show you where you post a GL entries with FB50T code. Here you will post which GL account to be debited, which GL account to be credited. Here indicators you need to choose debit and credit. Okay, we have another T code for the posting of GL accounting, that is F-02. So here posting is coming in. 40 means we're going to debit the first GL account, then rent account we need to choose, then create the bank or cash account. Okay, so to post this entry, what we need? First, we need the GL account to be created. That is only called GL master creation. So to create the GL master, there are two levels you can create. Chart of account level, company code level. Okay, so chart of account level, let us look into here /n FSP0. Yeah, these three tabs will be there. Type, description, keyword, translation, information. So when you create a chart of account level, if you are not sure if which company going to use the GL account, or you're working for a client whose the group company has a lot many company codes organizations, then in future whether this GL account going to use for company code 1 or 2 3 you are not sure. So first create a chart of account level, later you can extend it company code level, whichever company is going to use this GL account. Okay, next company code level, let us see what are the fields we have. /n FS00, sorry, FS0. Here we have a control data create bank information. Okay, so later you can extend it. While once you created here chart of account level, then with this FS00 you can extend it. Now, so if you don't want to do that, then if you want directly create the GL account, you're sure about company code and all the stuff, you're directly going to create with the FS00. So FS00 to create centrally with the two segments. That means the chart of account level fields and company code level fields both will appear. These three tabs of this one, three tabs of chart of account both can appear here. Now go to /n FS00. See here, all six tabs are there. Now, how to create a GL account? Suppose we are going to post what? A rent account data to bank. That is what we wanted to post, a GL entry to test it. Why we are posting this? To test our configuration working fine or not. So this is also called, when you are doing this kind of testing, is called as unit testing, because when a consultant is posting accounting entry after configuration, it is part of like unit testing. Okay, the unit testing will be done in which system? Development. Your configuration will be done in where? In development system. Okay, so let's go to GL master creation. This is only called T code GL master creation. Now, what is your company code? Mention TCM4. Okay, so let us see if anything created. I think we have created already a GL account. I guess nothing is created. Okay, so let's create it. how to create a GL account? Now I want to create the rent account. Tell me, what number do I need to give here? We need to give. System cannot pick it up automatically. We need to give. Why 4 lakh? Where? It's not amount. It's account number. Why 6? See, this is where the problem. And that is the reason I told you day before yesterday. Please go through all the basic setting configurations. The simple funda is we are going to take what we define as a system. In OBD4, we defined account groups. Based on account group only, we are going to create. See, for the practice purpose, just make you too simple. I have taken only 4 groups, 2 for P&L, 2 for balance sheet. But in when you start practicing, take it as a like if you're implementing for Indian company, Indian entities, take how we are going to prepare balance sheet in India. Those items only can take as account group. Then it will create GL account. But here simply I have taken 2 because for you it's easy to understand. Then later you can practice like a real time. See, if you want to create what is a rent? Rent is a expense. So what is the account group we define? This is the group. So start creating with a 4 lakh series to 4 lakh 199. So as of now, if I find out here no GL account is created, so I can take the first number is a 4 lakh series. Okay, now click on create. So this is the create symbol. This is to change after creation. If you want to change anything, you can change. This is to display. So you can't use this because no GL account is, this GL account is not created. You need to create now. Click on this create symbol. Okay. Now this one with the template, if you want to create this GL account without filling all these things, you want to already have one GL account for any other company code or within this company code, you can click on this. Once you click on this, system will ask you from which GL account you want to copy. And if the GL account within this company code already there, or you're copying from some other company code, you can do that. Okay, all right. Now I'm creating from scratch. So click on this one, not with a reference. Now, what is the account group? This rent account, obviously we defined as expense. See, these account groups is coming from here. Okay, please keep in mind, it's not coming from somewhere else. It is coming from OBD4. So pick it up. This one, choose expenses and what kind of account? It's a P&L account. Now you add the short text and long text as well. You can maintain here. So see, we are not able to see the group GL number because we did not create, even if you create a group chart of account, but we did not assign the group chart of account to our operation chart of account. Once you assign only, then that field will appear here. Okay, now click on control data tab here. See, by default, system picking of the INR. So how is it picking? Any idea? See, this is picking up. I did not even mention, it's automatically picking up from the company code. So I given a one note to you while we are defining a company code. Company code currency is nothing but a local currency. Okay, so it's automatically picking up INR. Now, if you change to any other currency here, if any GL master, it may be now I'm creating rent. You may be creating any GL account. If you change to any other currency, I mean, if you are maintaining the other than company code currency, then that GL account will be allowed to post only in that currency. But if you are maintaining by default, if it is maintaining an INR, that is a local currency, then this GL account will be allowed to post in any currency. So if you come here, FB50, here you can post with any currency, Euro or USD. Okay, but whereas if you change, if you're not creating the GL master with a local currency, what is a local currency? Since we are implementing for Indian based company, INR is a local currency. Suppose you maintain the GL master with the USD, then you will be allowed to post only in USD. You don't even allow to post in INR. Okay, so that's the reason. And only balances in local currency. See, this settings will be used whenever you wanted to display your balance in local currency. Mostly this will be used for the bank accounts and the GRIR clearing account. See, during AP, accounts payable and MM activity, there will be a GRIR clearing account. I'll tell you during that time. Okay, next. So this exchange rate key, if any foreign transaction getting posted, if you want to validate, you can maintain this one. We'll discuss later. Then tax category. So if this, whenever you're posting a accounting entry here, if the 4 lakh is a taxable entry, you're maintaining a tax code here. So if you mention here tax code, whether if it is input or output tax code is mandatory, then system will not allow you to without mentioning the tax here. Okay. If you want to allow with and without tax, then mention the tax code and also put check mark so that it will allow with and without. Now, if by not mentioning also it will allow without a post without maintaining the tax code. Okay, recon account type we'll talk about later during our accounts payable receivable. Alternate account number. See, this alternate account number nothing but as I told you during the chart of accounts, if you are going to create balance sheet or if you have a country specific chart of account, if you want to prepare your finance statements according to country specific, then you need to create a GL account. First, you need to create the group, account groups with a group chart of account with a country specific chart of account here, and you need to create the GL account. That GL account you need to mention to the each operation chart of GL account. Why? Because you're not going to post again. See, you're already maintaining the GL accounting entries with the operation chart of account GL account. If you again maintaining the GL account, posting accounting entries for the group GL country specific GL account, you can't do. So you can just simply mention the GL account here so that whenever you pull the data with this GL account, it will pick up from here. You need to post separately. Okay. All right. Or sometimes what happened, this alternate account number also, for example, you're implementing SAP for the so-and-so client, but they're using Tally or some other system. They maintain the GL account in there in the some other system. For the same replication, you're creating some GL number here. Now, for example, rent you're using 4 lakh. Already they're using Tally, their number is different. In that case, you're migrating, right? They're changing, the client is changing from other software to SAP. That case, for the reference purpose, you can mention that number here. Say, for example, this number is equal to this rent. So I'm not able to take same 3 lakhs, it is something 3,000. But I'm telling this is a 4 lakh is equal to 3,000 in the tally, which is rent account. Like this, you need to maintain. So it's easy for you to track it. Okay. All right. Next. Open item management, this one we'll talk about later. This will be for the outstanding things, we can check it out. Line item display. See, if you do not choose this, you will not be able to display whatever the accounting entry is posted. See, you will be posting accounting entry for the rent, this GL account, right? In future, if you want to display the accounting entries posted to this one, then you should put this check mark. If you do not put, it will not display. Okay, sort key. See, what is sort key means? When after posting of accounting entries to any GL account, if you want to display, see, let me show you PL3 into display line items offer. See, I'm taking for other company code, execute here, see here. Now, this is the field, right? I'm mentioning sort key. See, if you mention the sort key according to whatever thing, for example, I'm taking as a posting date. So the entries posting to this, the documents, the accounting entries posting to the GL account, it will sort out or populate according to posting date. So that's the reason I given to this GL account same thing. If you get inside this accounting entry, see, there is a document date 1 and posting date is the 5th of June. Now, if you go back here, what it is displaying with the 5th number, with the posting date 5th, it is populating and coming on top. So sort keys is what? Sort keys used to populate the assigned field. If you have a multiple entries are posting to the GL account, then it need to sort out in some order. No, that is only this key, based on this key that we assigned, what basis we given a posting date. If you give any other basis, according to that, it will populate here. It will sort out. Now we just I given a posting date, right? So in ascending order, 5th is the first, then 28th, 30, right? In order it is coming up. Ascending to descending order it's showing up. Okay. So next, click on create bank interest. See here field status group. So what is a field status group we discussed now? Whenever if you're posting accounting entry or end user posting entry, this fields to be controlled whether you want to hide or suppress display. that will be done from here, whatever the field status you maintain. For the all the expenses we maintain as a cost related, because this is a cost to a company, right? Later, after going to controlling, also you need to change this field status variant. Now itself I'm maintaining the Z04. So the fields relevant to the cost accounts, it will display here and control. In future, if you want to hide this field, make it mandatory, then you need to find out Z04 and go to OBC4. You need to go to here, select this and control the field here. Okay. For example, if you want to make it mandatory option, anything you can control. Okay. Now these are post automatically. If you do not want this GL account to be posted manually, then if somebody trying to, any end user trying to post here by mentioning 4 lakh, system will throw error. No, this GL account is not allowed for posting manually. Some entries will trigger automatically from some other module. No, that case you can choose. I'll tell you anyhow. I'll tell you the few, no, when situation come, the GL account I'm creating, no, that time I'll tell you. So these fields will choose for the cash accounts. Okay, these things only for bank accounts, I'll tell you. So remaining things I'll tell you when we create the relevant GL accounts for it. So this is how you need to create GL account and click on save. Okay. So likewise, you need to create one more GL account. It's for bank. Okay. Then bank or cash you can create. So if you want to in future lock, you can click on this locking of the GL account blocked for postings so that it cannot be allowed. And if you want to delete, see, you cannot delete the GL account, but you can set the only flag. You need to click on this recycle bin symbol, whether it's chart of account level or company level. Chart of account level means if the GL account is under the group, if you are using this GL account for many company codes, it will be blocked for everyone. But if you want to block only for this company code, you can put this check mark here. Same way for the for this one also, blocking also, whether you want to do it for chart of account or a company code level. You understand the difference, right? If you do for company code level, it is only for this company code. Then if you are using this GL account for many company codes, it won't affect. It will only problem will happen when we are posting TCM4. If you are posting some other GL account, some other company code, the 4 lakh, you will not get the problem error. That means we are not blocking for the other company codes. So once it's created now, you will have any changes to the GL account also you can find out here. See, if any changes happened or creation happened also, your details will be here. Who created, create by when. Okay. Now, for example, I'm activating this symbol here now. Click on change. I'm activating. Click on save. So it is giving error because it's not a GL account. It's not a balance sheet account. For example, I'm mentioning here this one and saving it. Okay. Now, if I go to information company code, I'll find out what change I did. See, alternate account number, earlier it was blank. I have added 300. Okay. Who did? If you double click on this, you'll find out. See, it's my user ID. And at what time? On this date, this time I did it. Likewise, what is happened? From blank to I changed to 300. I have added this entry. Likewise, you can track the changes happen to the GL master. Okay. Now, for example, I removed it. Click on change. The same change also you can see it. Set. Click on this. We can't change documents. And now click on all changes. See again, first time I have, when it was blank, I have added. Now second time it was 300, I removed it. It is blank now. So you can see the time difference also. 9:37 I did it. Earlier 9:36 this was the value. So likewise you can track the GL master changes. But if you don't have access to this one in real time, you can go and check it out here also. You go to financial accounting, master records, GL accounts, collective or individual, anything, display changes here. So central, if you want to see, you can click on this and execute. So like this you can find out from here. Or you can also have a drill down report as well. This is also same thing. It's processing actually. It's creation. But here you can find out like this. Okay. Chart of account level and this level you can find out. So like this, whatever the changes happen, you can see it. This field only got changed. What was changed, when who changed, every person will have a user ID to log into SAP. Based on that, you can find out. Even if you don't know, if you're working for a client, you can go to Skype or Teams and enter this user ID. You'll get to it. In Outlook or at least in your email, you'll get to know who is that person, complete full name of the person. Then you can talk to that person also.